Yay, the Prosperous front door. Welcome to March 2024, Zoom at noon. I'm so happy y'all are here. What a sweet group we got. We're going to just jump on in. Y'all know where I like to begin. If you followed me for even 1 second, I like to begin with setting an intention. Let me get my lighter. Hold on. So as y'all know, fire is such a wonderful element for setting intention, because I'm just going to go ahead and we're already going to start. Symbolism. We're going to be talking about symbolism today, okay? Think of the symbolism of a spark and how it can create a wildfire, okay? This tiny little candle is setting an intention for us today, right? Using this element of fire. Y'all take your deep breaths. Yay. Yay, it's so good to see y'all. Some more people are popping in. Welcome. Y'all get real comfortable. Take your deepest breath you've taken all of the year of the dragon. That was February 10th. So take your deepest, deepest breath. And when you breathe out all that air. You can even imagine it's like a big whoosh of wind. Just setting an intention that we have an amazing call today, that we have a lot of fun, that we all leave this call feeling a little brighter, a little happier, and with some information that you're looking for regarding Feng Shui or money or yourself, or basically anything that wants to come up. We're just going to allow that to happen. We're going to have a great time today. I hope we have some time for some nice, rich discussion. So take another deep breath. All right, we're going to begin. We're going to talk about how you receive. Is everybody comfortable with that word, receive? I have a feeling we have a bunch of givers here. I'm just curious. If you're comfortable with receiving, right? Are you as comfortable receiving as you are giving? Whoa. Who wants to write that question down? I've actually never thought of that or asked it. Y'all inspired it. So before, I do have a little PowerPoint today because we love to see the visuals, right? But before we do that, I want to ask y'all something, and I want you to write it in the chat, okay? This word inviting, we're going to be talking about that in regards to the front door and in regards to money mindset, right? So I'm curious, if you could write down, think of somebody you know who is inviting, and you don't need to write their name in the chat, but how would you describe that person? Write down maybe some adjectives or maybe something they're like in the chat. Just go ahead and write down just what a person like that feels like. Welcoming. Okay. Thanks, Hillary. Warm, thoughtful, happy. Okay. Great. All right. Keep going. Anything that comes up. It can be phrases. You can even describe little snippets of this person. And you can even make up a person. You can think of a celebrity. If you thought you met them and you thought they were an inviting person. Okay, I love it. Y'all got some good ones. Caring, warm. I love that. Warm, it came up again. Happy, bubbly. Great. We got happy again. Grounded, nice. Easy going. There's kind of a relaxed feeling with this type of person, right? Right? There's a sense of allowing. I love that. A good listener. I think that kind of goes along with that word receptive, being receiving. Gosh, y'all, there's already stuff. Think of like a receiver, like a walkie-talkie. Okay, receiving, right? So as y'all know, I love playing with language. And basically, again, symbolism goes a long way in Feng Shui. Okay, it's really one of the foundations of the Tibetan Black Hat School of Feng Shui, which is what I practice and I teach. So we're going to be thinking about our front door as a symbol today. That's just one of the aspects of money mindset that shows up in the space. All right. So available. Ooh, that was a good one. Interesting. I like it. Okay. All right. So, all right, let's get to it. I'm going to put this, I'm going to share my screen. Get y'all going. All right. Feng Shui and money. Okay. So sometimes when I do these Zoom at noons, I like to do a series of 3. So that's what we're doing this spring. We're going to do the front door today. I think we're doing the kitchen in April. And I can't remember what we're doing for May, but if y'all have any questions about it, it's going to be something around money. Okay. So, ooh, I like that, Mary. Exciting and creative. That's interesting. So today we're talking about the front door because the front door is how we allow chi in. Okay. So if chi is coming in, all things good are coming in, and we have the idea that money is good. All right. So money is good. We want to invite money in. And we're going to look at several different kind of front doors today to see, we're going to assess them from a feng shui perspective to see what level of inviting they are. Okay. So, when I was preparing for today, I was like, this is feng shui 101 in a way, but there is something about the simplicity of certain things and how you'd be surprised at how many homes aren't inviting, okay, in different ways. So we're going to talk about that. And I like for people to leave my calls with something to do in their own space and a check-in for their own space. Listen, feng shui, your space is always kind of changing a little bit. I mean, the seasons change the way the landscape looks in your front yard. Your doormat gets old, right? The doorbell suddenly doesn't work. So pay attention to all that in your own space. And remember, a little maintenance goes a long way. Okay. And intention really, really, really goes a long way. So those are going to be coming up today too. And then of course we have this whole thing of your expression, right? The way you express yourself in the world. Sometimes your front door can reflect that, or I'm going to say the face of your whole house. Okay. It's not just the front door, but even the face. People in real estate love that term curb appeal because they know that first impression when a potential buyer drives up can make or break the sale. Easy, right? This is something we all know, but it is so powerful that it's worth repeating until I die. Okay, basically for however long I'm going to be teaching feng shui, which is probably till I die, hopefully when I'm 100, I will consistently come back to the front door, to the entrance of a space. Okay, all right. So here we go, welcoming and inviting. So my teacher taught us that chi, right? She personified it. Sharon Stasny is my teacher's name. And she was like, listen, if Mrs. Chi is walking down the street, she's like this excited lady that can bring everything good to you. Is she going to come to your house? Is there something to invite her? Or is she going to be repelled by it and just go to the neighbors? Right? So we want to make sure that she's got a nice, clear, easy way to get to your space. Okay. She's not the brightest. She's gonna go wherever she feels attracted to, and that can change. So let's keep that in mind. And don't worry, we're gonna be going back to these slides and talking about these pictures I picked. All right. So we want to invite in our good, and we do this by attracting chi. Now, as I put these slides up, I want you to notice how these slides make you feel. Okay. I just want you to kind of think about like, okay, what do I think is inviting there? And what do I think might not be inviting there? All right. You're learning. And by comparing visuals, it's such a nice, easy, fun way to learn. All right. Again, the front door is known as the mouth of chi. So our mouth is where we take in air, right? So chi is also known as the cosmic breath. All right. So think of that in terms of what we know about breath as human beings. We can go without food for a little while. We can go out without water for a while. But did y'all know we can't live? I think it's like, I don't know how many minutes. I'm not going to say because I forgot. But it's a very short amount of time you can go without breathing before you're done. So that is the importance of breath to us. Okay. So that's how important chi is to a space. Now, to take this to the next level, why do we care if we're getting chi in our house? Who cares? Well, it's symbolic. If you're able to receive chi, okay, it means there's a life force coming in, which means there's a better chance for you to have health and happiness. Okay, because your home is an extension of your own energy field, so to speak. That's kind of the basics of Feng Shui. That's what I wanted to ask y'all in the chat. I'm kind of curious, actually, on a scale from 1 to 10, who studied Feng Shui? 10 being you're certified, 1 being this is your first Feng Shui thing you've ever done. 1 being like you kind of know what it is, but barely. I'm curious if y'all want to put in the chat, like kind of where I'm interested in my audience. And then some of y'all are going to be right in between. Yeah. Ooh, I see some 10s. Yep. We got Hillary, Amber, Rachel, Ren. And then those are our certified ladies. And we got some people right in the middle. I had a feeling. Yay. I love it. Well, I'm so glad y'all are here. So all right. So where was I? Yes, this is the importance of chi, right? We want to receive chi. We want to attract chi. Let me just kind of sit with this for a minute because there's a reason I'm not leaving this yet. I mean, I think it's just let's just do a little bit more breath work. I want to see, can y'all breathe into your bellies when you breathe? Breathe through your nose. And see if you can fill your belly up like a balloon. And then when you exhale, press your belly first. As you're exhaling, it's like letting air out of a balloon. Okay. And I just want you to think of the word flow. Okay. So we use chi flow a lot. And when we're speaking about feng shui. So when we breathe, we want it to be kind of an easy in and out, right? Maybe a little effort when you're bringing your consciousness to it, and I guarantee you take 3 to 4 deep breaths, you're going to feel better after that, especially if you can bring your attention to the breath and take it off whatever you're thinking about. Okay. So it's a lot harder to breathe. Remember when we all had to wear the masks? With the mask over our face, right? So we want to make sure there's nothing that's going to keep that air from coming in easily to the space. All right. We're about to get to some good stuff, but we're talking about the details of this, just so y'all know. I got to lay the foundation, right? Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's talk about money, and then we'll get to the details. What does money have to do with this? Okay. Well, look, here's another fun little thing with language. We all want good income, right? Well, y'all know I crack myself up. Does Miss Chi want to come in? Okay, good. I see some of y'all laughing. All right. So let's think of language again. We talk about money flowing, right? It's kind of something that comes in and goes out. Okay. We use the word currency. How interesting. That's so close to current, right? So here's my kind of famous question. I can't remember if Sharon came up with this or me. But if Oprah was called and said she's coming to your house tomorrow, do y'all feel like your home is inviting to her? I mean, if Oprah's coming, I mean, she's kind of Miss Chi. She brings all things good. Okay, so I'll give you 2 weeks. Let's say she said, I'm coming in 2 weeks, and you wanted to make sure your space was like, she drove up and she's like, oh, I'm so excited to go in and see Suzanne or Mary or whoever. What would you do? Write it down right now. What would you do to the front of your home so that when she drove up, she was excited. You want Miss Chi to come in excited. Like, oh, like a little bit of that. Okay. So this is the difference. Now, write down what you were thinking of, because whatever you're thinking of right now might have something really big in it. Okay. Sometimes the tiniest feng shui cure can be the biggest shift. All right. So, and then once you write that stuff down, I'm going to ask you a very important question. Did the FedEx people and the Amazon people find your house easily? Or did packages go to another house a bunch? Because that's showing you a chi flow right there. You want Oprah's driver to not be doing circles before they find your house. So everybody write in the chat. I want to hear how Amazon finds your house easily. It's going to be, this is kindergarten in a way, but it's worth talking about till I die, because you'd be so surprised how many people don't do it. Okay. House numbers. Thank you. Owner's iPhone. Whoever that is, say your name. Write your name in chat. I want to know who's talking to me. Numbers. Yes, Suzanne. Yes. Numbers. Tidy, clear address. Exactly. Tidy, clear. I love how she said that. Tidy and clear. Just plain and simple. Just make it clear. Why? No confusion for Miss Chi. Remember, now Oprah's smart, but Miss Chi she's not that smart. If she gets confused, she's going to turn around, or she's going to come in with an energy that's not like, ooh, it's going to be more like, you want the, Okay. Hey, Liz. Awesome. Okay. So, ooh, Hillary has some things. Okay. So y'all, yeah, if you want to share what you want to do to the front of your house, I can look at it and I can give you feedback. I mean, I don't have your visual, but write it down and I'll say, okay. Move the boxes that are near the front door. Easy. That's an easy one, Liz. If there's something that's there that you haven't dealt with, get it. We don't want any clutter. I like Mary's description. Tidy, clear address. Like, ding. It just feels like, there must be some musical people here today, because I'm like feeling like singing to y'all. The chi. Okay, Hillary, have the front of the house redone. Whoa, that's a big one. New door. Whoa, Hillary. Hillary knows how big that is. That's intense and exciting. New pavers and a new water feature. Dang. Oprah's going to be sailing into that space. I mean, I could see Oprah actually go into that one. Okay. So more plants for the walkway and the porch. Okay. So plants have chi because they're alive. So if you place them strategically and if they're healthy, they will definitely be inviting them as chi. And defining the entryway. Nice. Relocating the garbage and recycling bins. Nice one, Amber. That's one we all have to kind of think about, right? We do not want the garbage too close to the front door if we can help it, and definitely not blocking the path of chi. All right. Anybody else want to add some stuff they're thinking about doing or wanting to do, and they're recognizing like, whoa, I got to make sure Oprah finds me. I'm going to make sure she's happy when she comes in. Okay. She's not going to trip on the way in, is she? I've seen that before. Welcome, Matt. Okay. Y'all, the welcome mat is literally the easiest thing on the planet. I just bought a new one for $11, but that thing is actually worth $1 million. It really is. That's how much money you can bring in from an $11 welcome mat. Are we going to fuss over? I mean, like, sorry about the dog. I don't know what she's doing. Thea, come here. Come here, baby. Come on. I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, if she keeps that up, I'll go get her. Okay, flowers or plants. Great. Flowers have color. Okay, so yay. She got a new map before the Chinese New Year. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all give me 20 seconds. What's that? All right. Great. Thank y'all. All right. Oh, yes, the wind spinner. So that is something that you can put in the front of your home that has motion. Okay. And Miss Chi loves motion. So here's the deal, y'all. Chi is energy. That's the English translation. And where the eye goes, energy goes. This is science. Okay. This is why red is such the. Have y'all been seeing this new thing they have out in the world about this putting a pop of red in the home? I'm going to write an email about it, but I'm like, y'all, this is the oldest trick in the Feng Shui book. And now all these people are like, oh, there's this thing that we found out. If you put red in a room, I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to write an article on that. Okay, so, yay, Hillary wants to start playing. Yes, let's play. The numbers on this slide are interesting. 259 shows up 3 times. However, the door numbers are going down, and so is the chi. Oh, Hillary's taking us there. She's like, enough of this, Katie. Let's go. So it is kind of odd that the numbers are there 3 times. Why? So this person might be a little, there might be some overkill here, right? I do have kind of a fun feng shui story where a really sweet client, she had self-taught herself some feng shui. And when I went into her home office, which was this big, beautiful office, her home was gorgeous, but I have never seen so many feng shui cures in my life in one space. And it was too many. It was too much. There was a little fear in it, actually. And I told her about it, and she goes, oh, it's like you put the cure in and you go on with your day, and you just go have a nice day. Okay. So, and Hillary, I have another slide with it going down. So here's some. Okay. Those are nice, clear and tidy. I like this clear and tidy. This one I can't see as well. Yeah, I might just get rid of those. I would just choose one. Okay. And then these, we know in feng shui that when the numbers go down, you want energy to kind of be going a little up, right? So that downward energy right by the front door, we don't need those. That's like, okay. So remember, we want the chi to be not. So in some way, sometimes I'm like, and I don't love, so there's sometimes when you're a consultant, you're like, I got to tell the client this, but because they're like, the numbers are there. I mean, at least the numbers are there, but then it's like, but they could be better. So sometimes we get that picky because why not? We want it to be good, right? So, okay, yay. I love that Hillary pointed this out. So good. So Hillary, you agree those top numbers are your favorite? I think those are my favorite. So this gets to where it's like, okay, put the numbers on, but be strategic about it. I'm still loving that clear tidy. Just clear tidy. Okay, so let's go look at the next. What do I have? Okay, so let's get to it. On the left side of this slide are the things that attract chi. On the right are the things that repel chi. Easy breezy, right? So let's see what in the next few slides, what has the attractors and what has the repellents. Y'all ready to play? Okay. Well, not that slide. Let's go back. That's what we're going to do. We're going back. All right. So here's the one that I used for, this doesn't have everything on it. And, you know, this was for some advertising. But what do we all notice? What is the feng shui cliche? Does everybody know? Type it in. If you know what the feng shui cliche is. Yep. Red door. So when people ask me what I do for a living and I say feng shui, and, you know, a lot of times I get weird looks. But if they do know a little bit about it, they look at me and they go, wait, is that thing? There's two things they say. Is that thing where you move furniture around? And I say, yes, it is. And then they also say, is that thing where you paint the front door red? And I say, well, the red front door can be good, but it's not always good. So let's talk about why we know feng shui red doors can be good. You can unmute if you want, or you can just type in the chat. Why are feng shui, now y'all have all learned something, even if you're a 2 on the little scale. Why do y'all think red front doors are good? Go for it. Who wants to type in the chat? Why do we like red front doors? Attracts chi. Thank you, Ren. Okay, it's so, yeah, it attracts chi like no freaking other. When people are going to, yes, eye catching, which is, remember, where the eye goes, energy goes. The eye, science has proven, the eye sees red first out of all the colors. So that means there's energy instantly going there. I mean, Miss Chi basically runs to this, y'all. Okay. The highest color in the color spectrum. Ooh, fancy. We need to color talk together, Hillary. Okay. And then people, you know, there's some intention here. They really did a nice job with these flowers. And I don't always like wreaths on a door, but you know what? This one's sweet. This one's good and fine. It's a little low. That's okay because they got those windows. They've got that light. I'm assuming it works because look how nicely painted everything is. I mean, I'm assuming that light works. I bet these people with this much intention, I have a feeling that light also works, right? Wouldn't that be surprising if the light didn't work with all this intention that's already gone into this? I bet the door opens easily. Okay. And of course, we've got that red. We got a lot of good stuff going on here. Now, I haven't seen the rest of the house. If a red door doesn't look good aesthetically on a house, please don't paint the door red. Okay, so Mary likes streamlined. Okay, so to some people, this might feel like a little much. That's fine. That's fine. So here's what I like to teach my certified students, that, you know, one thing being a feng shui consultant is you have to, there's a certain refinement with the feng shui glasses that we put on when we're assessing, because we all have different personalities. And so what might feel cluttered to somebody might feel sparse to another, and vice versa. So yes, right. Some people might be like, this is a little much. Let's just take that wreath off. You don't really need the wreath. You don't really need the wreath. But somebody might really love that wreath and they might have made it and really had so much fun making it. And, you know, why not? It's fine. It's not dead, right? It's not dead. If it was dead, ew, that's not chi. Chi, energy, life force, dragon's breath, cosmic breath. Okay.
So what's the issue with wreaths or preserved wreaths?
Okay. Great question. Yay. Thank you for piping up. Okay, so I do put a wreath on my door. I think the symbolism of wreaths are sweet. You know, there's like real traditional old school traditions with wreaths and circles, right? But I like live greenery just because it's life. And I like to put a red bow. So then I have my red. And sometimes I add lights. Remember, lights attract chi. Okay. So there's some wreaths that are out in the market that just aren't that high of energy. The chi is not as vibrant as you want for what is so important in feng shui, which is the front door. So you'd have to really think about it. Now there's some, I'm thinking of one of my friends had this Mardi Gras wreath, and oh my gosh, that thing was so gorgeous, and it had the most luxurious bows on it and all this stuff. And it worked for her taste in her house. So this is the part where I would need to see pictures or maybe even see it in person to assess whether the chi is or more like oh, it looks like if you shut the door, the leaves would fall off. Right? We want it to be vibrant. Does that answer your question? A little bit? Hopefully a
It
lot.
does. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yay. Great one. Yes, y'all, we got room for play today. So please, if you're like, Katie, you're not explaining that, do that. Say what's the deal? Okay, let's look at this little guy. All right. So what do y'all think? Do y'all like it? What do y'all think? Do you think this is attracting chi? Let's just be yes or no. Is this turquoise door attracting chi? No. Amber says no.
I like that door. I love that door. I think it's beautiful, but I think all that stuff to the left is kind of drab. It just needs a little sprucing up.
Okay. Great. Hillary sees the sloping sidewalk. Great. Okay, I like
Oh
how
yeah,
y'all are
that's
playing.
not
I
good.
like y'all are playing. Good.
I love the big wide doors or tall doors with the windows up top. And I love the color.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they could splash it up with maybe some plants or some greenery or something like that. And I don't see a number unless that's it on that mailbox.
Okay, awesome. Yay, this is all great feedback. All right. Anybody else? Now, of course, I don't have a picture from the very far back, right? But we can just talk about doors. Okay. So remember, Miss Chi is not that smart. And I bet this looks like some kind of cityscape, right? Where I'm thinking this is some kind of cityscape. This is some kind of townhouse, right? With the way the sidewalk is right up there. So I'm going to tell y'all right now, that turquoise is doing a lot for that door. Miss Chi, she's going to be like, hey, there's a door. Okay. Okay. So she's definitely being attracted to it. All right. Now, we have some good suggestions. Y'all are quick learners. And then, of course, some of y'all are pros. But yeah, so Mary and Mary both say the hardware needs to be changed. So yeah, could this be prettier? Sure. Right? Double doors. Hillary, you know what? I don't know. I feel like they're okay, right? As long as a door opens easily and you can get through it, right? I mean, these are kind of skinny, but I look at this and I say, Miss G's going there. Tara, I think it's might be a little bit of taste, but okay, let's talk about the hardware. I mean, could it be a little bit better? Sure, but I don't think there's anything horrible with that hardware. Listen, y'all, remember, we're not talking about interior decorating on the door or exterior decorating right now. We're talking about just chi. Like, does she want to come knock on this door and go in? Could we use maybe some numbers to make it clear? For sure. Okay. Could they maybe be, so Hillary's talking about that slant, and this is a whole thing we probably won't go into today, but maybe if it's allowed to have a pot, I mean, on the sidewalk, we don't know how wide this sidewalk is, but maybe something with a plant with some upward energy to kind of help balance out that slope. That might be nice. But I kind of like that we have this one to talk about because y'all, we don't have to go crazy. I mean, you want chi to come in, right? You want her just to want to come in. So, and there's only so much you can do here. It's a nice fresh coat of paint, it looks like to me, right? So I think this is interesting. Amber wants the house numbers bad. Yeah. Yeah. The hardware is fine. Yeah. Fine is probably the right word. It's fine. Lighting. Lighting would be a great addition for sure. If you could do it, y'all. So sometimes as consultants, we're limited because people are renting or, you know, and you just got to do your best and then not sweat it. Because guess what, y'all? Guess what? If the people that had this door painted this with the intention of attracting chi and changed nothing else, because they weren't allowed to for some reason, like say you weren't even allowed to put numbers up. I don't know. Miss G would be fine. She would be happy. She would bound up to that door because then you're adding that intention, which is just mwah, okay. And think about it. Okay, let's say this was a series of doors on the sidewalk. Think about how you describe to your, you know, maybe a new friend, hey, you want to come over for lunch? It's the turquoise door. Done. So easy to find, right? So all these things play into it. All right. All right. Y'all feel good about this one? Any questions? Any comments? There is a clear and tidy to this. I don't know where the numbers are. That's the only thing. Then I'm like, just put some numbers on that mailbox or something, you know? And I'm very big on talking to landlords.
I love this door personally.
Is turquoise one of your favorite colors?
I don't know, against that white and with those windows up top and the tall double doors. Yeah, that is one of my favorite doors right there.
Well, and I will say this is something I've been thinking about lately. I think a client inspired this. I know a client inspired this, but I've said it over time, but it's come up a little more lately. I think Miss Chi likes a little whimsy. There's something a little whimsical about this door. It's kind of like you're like, oh, what's gonna be back here? Look at that arch. You know, the arch is real pretty. Yeah, so
I feel like it's a vacation door.
I like that.
Like I'm in Greece on vacation or something.
There's
It's
some
kind
play
of
to it.
romance and play, and I don't know, I love it.
Okay, yay. Reminds me of an Italian home door. Tara said it. Perfect. Other than the mailbox, where would you place the numbers? I too, possibly, but where else? I mean, if you could place them over here, as long as you don't have the numbers somewhere where it's close to another door, it's just obvious. I don't know if I would put them on this door because the door, it just looks so balanced and nice as it is. I mean, you can put them up here. I mean, why not just put them there? Don't put them too low, you know? I don't like turquoise, but I like this. Callie, you're coming over to my side of the world. Okay. Callie and I talk about color a lot. You could have some gold numbers on the glass. Maybe. I don't know if I mess with that. I don't know. I think I just do some pretty numbers right here or here. And then maybe if I can't do numbers on the wall, get the prettiest ones I can find from Home Depot or Etsy stickers. Okay. It'd be super cool with a funky knocker. I see a big funky brass knocker. So here we go. We're getting to this thing. What does your front door say about you? So if you want to add your personality in there, go for it. And also, knockers are good. Knockers and doorbells. Okay, you do not have to have a knocker. Please do not take that to the bank. But if opportunity knocks, you want to hear it. One of the things that when I go to a client's house, oh my word, and their doorbell doesn't work. It is hilarious to go in person to some clients' houses because you find out so much before you even get there, before you even have the door opened, right? So if the doorbell doesn't work, that means Oprah could have been knocking and she's like, forget it, I'm going next door. Okay. So Yeah, you want to hear, if somebody's knocking, you want to be able to hear it. And a doorbell counts as a knocking. Okay. Anyway, basically what I was going to say is I've had some people be like, give me a long list of excuses why they can't fix their doorbell. So if you have excuses for basic feng shui things, I would like for you to journal about it and just look at yourself. Just see what's going on there. Because there, again, I'm going to say it. I think this clear, tidy thing, and even before I got on, because I'm like, oh, this is kind of a simple call today, but this simple is powerful. Clear and tidy, simple, fix the doorbell. Just have a doorbell that works. All right. Okay. Now, who wants to talk about this door? First of all, let's just see. I'm going to see what y'all put in the chat. Is Miss Chi, is she attracted to it? That's the word. Is Chi attracted to this door? Thank you, Mary. Does everybody agree that it's a yes? And tell me why you agree. Put it in the chat. Thanks, Tara. Inviting. So here's basic. Light and color, y'all. Miss Chi, again, isn't that smart? I mean, that orange is real close to red on the spectrum. And that turquoise popped, right? So she's going to bound on up for sure. 100%. Bright, vibrant colors. Yes, bright color. Okay, great. The glass looks clean, nice, clean and tidy, clear and tidy. All right. And then there's some kind of funky, fun little elements. Oh, Callie loves the orange. That leaded glass is amazing. Yep, there's some personality here, right? So Hillary said that there might be some confusion. So here's the deal. That orange door is so like, hi, here I am. Hi, I'm right here, Miss Chi. That even though there's some different elements happening here, I feel like that orange door is just like, come on, just hop right over. Now, I don't understand that doormat really, but I kind of think it's fun. And I don't mind some beautiful river rocks there too. But Hillary, if I'm missing something, you chime in, babe. Oh, I see a doorbell. I hope it works.
I was just thinking of the kind of the fractured. I mean, yes, the lead glass is really beautiful, but it has sort of a fractured element to it. Anyway,
If
that's
that was a mirror, I'd be freaking out.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind it as much with that, but maybe because of the solid, like how solid that orange door is. But of course, I'm always, my antenna are up. I think it's okay. I think it's okay because it's art. Some art would repel, but I think it's just a feature. But since that orange door is so strong, I don't know, y'all can imagine if that was a white door. If that was a white door, this would have a completely different feel. And then that art piece would be more of a focal point. And I don't know if this would work as well, but there's that orange door is like, hey, here I am. Okay. Y'all feel good? Y'all feel complete on this door?
One other thing, I feel like that mat and those rocks are kind of they kind of take your focus down. So that's a little bit distracting to me.
Yeah. So there are definitely different things happening here, right? I still think that orange overpowers any downward. Now, what you do in these situations, you say, okay, you either get a graphic designer or you could use your hand. I like to have my clients when we're teaching on the screen, just to cover up, like let's cover up that floor mat. Okay. Would a different one be better? I don't know. I don't mind this. I think there's some artistic flair here. So you don't, if a person has a lot of self-expression, I would definitely, if I was in person, I would be checking all this out for sure. So y'all are right on to be like, wait, Katie, wait. But from this picture, the end of the day, that front door is saying, come on in. Okay. I like the squares of the door and the leaded glass and then the circles of the doormat and the river rocks bring energy. Yeah, I think it's okay. And here we go, actually. I think because there's a lot of intention here, maybe that's also overriding anything that feels a little bit like, wait, what is all this? But I think Miss Chi's like, oh, there's play in this as well, right? Not a black and white science, y'all, Feng Shui. Okay. There's a lot that goes into it. But at the end of the day, if you have intention, color, and light, and the Amazon truck can find you, you're doing pretty good. Okay. There's no such thing as perfect in Feng Shui, right? And it's different according to each person. Some people would not be able to tolerate this. Okay. Some people's energy, this would be too much going on. And so when they walk through their own front door, they're going to feel a little wonky. I could live with this. Callie could live with this, right? But some people want more of a calming or cooling. Okay. So much fun. Hillary, I do too. She's talking about the rug when you get in there. And then that nice piece of art too. So these people, they got some things going on. All right. So fun, right? Okay. Ooh, I want to know what y'all think of this one. How does this hour go by so fast, y'all? I can't even believe I just looked at my clock. I thought it was going to be 12:30. Okay. Another 100. We got lots going on here. Tell me what y'all, okay, see? We've got color, we've got plants, we've got flowers, life force. We've got a light up here. I mean, that blue, come on with that pink. I mean, Miss Chi wants to go in here, and I know y'all do too. Y'all want to go in here. Y'all want to know who lives here and go hang out with that person. Can you make your space feel like that? Like, oh, who lives there? They're whatever you want to be. They're powerful. Okay. That's the word you want to describe yourself. Think of something. It's like, ooh, or they're fun. Okay. How are you going to be sad walking in that door? It's like a natural Prozac. I think that might sum the class up. Right. Exactly. So sometimes we have to pay attention to our front doors because it's how we enter our home. Right? If there's something there that's bugged you a long time, man, your energy is going to be like this by the time you get inside your house without you even knowing it. Okay. So make your space happy. I like how y'all said happy. For when you described an inviting person, a lot of y'all said happy. Okay. Here's our red door and another wreath. Is Miss Chi attracted to this? Yes or no? And that doesn't mean you. Just because you don't personally like this, that does not mean it doesn't attract Chi. This is another bottom line of this class. Okay, great. Yes, I see a bunch of yeses. Tell me why in the chat. Tell me why. Thank you. Y'all, it's easy. Just write it. The only thing is I don't see any numbers. Clean, clear, red door. Very obvious where to enter. Good point, Callie. Okay, vibrant door, red door. Great, vibrant door. We got even these flowers. I mean, okay, that's it's one of those that they planted in. That's fine. But I'm glad it's pointing towards the door. So it's leading Miss Chi that way too. Okay, we got a wreath. I think that wreath is fine. Okay, the landscaping is healthy. Is everything here the most perfect house in the world? No, but who cares? Why? It doesn't have to be. We do not have to have mansions to have great feng shui, All right. And this one's pretty dang good. They did a lot with this house to attract chi. This house could really repel chi, right? But these people said, you know what? This is what we're doing. Easy to enter, looks safe. Even though the path is straight, the curve of the landscape, right? So there's a straight path, which we don't love in Feng Shui, but because there's some curves, that buffers it a little bit, and it's a short sidewalk, so that's good. All right, great. All right, I want to get to some fun things. Okay, here's another one. We talked about the numbers here. Those flowers are doing a ton for this house. Okay, try covering those flowers up. I mean, it's still a nice door. You know, it's a nice big entry, right? Miss Chi knows exactly where to go. There's 3 sets of numbers, which I think is hilarious. All right. And then we have a simple door here. But this is attractive, right? This is clean and tidy. That door's pretty. There's a nice doorbell. I see some lights behind some trees. You might want to trim those up a tiny bit. Other than that, and we're just going to assume the numbers are somewhere very visible. All right. So welcoming in money. All right. Before we talk about money anymore, even though I don't even know if we have to. So some of y'all were smart and sent me pictures. Thank you. I put it in the email this morning. So thank you. Thank you. All right. So here we go. This is her front door of her house from the exterior. And then she was smart. She went inside and took some pictures, which leads us to a little bit of the interior. Oh gosh, it kind of cut off the picture though. The slide did. Well, you can see. All right, so here's the front of her house. So here she has her welcome mat. Says welcome, right? It's in pretty good condition, right? So we're going to give thumbs up. The door opens inward, right? The plant is good, but the plant isn't grand. I'm going to look at the next slide to talk about the plant. Okay, so these are what she first sent, and I said, oh gosh, I need another one. But let's talk about this. So she also sent, so let me tell y'all something. Because the front door is so important, you want to keep behind the front door clear when you open it. Really any door in Feng Shui, but especially this front door. So I would highly advise whatever this is. I can't remember. I have the bigger picture where it showed a little bit more of it. I think it's the shoe rack. Putting that somewhere so at least you can open that front door, and you want that front entry to also keep that chi like, hi, right? So that's one thing that, remember, we're talking about receiving, and you want to be able to be wide open to whatever is coming that's good, right? You want to receive, like, hi, there's nothing back here. Because think if Oprah walked in, that door might hit that. There could be an awkward entry, right? It could be just a little awkward. We don't want awkward. We want, hi, here I am. Come in, wide open. There's no banging against something. That would be so like, not the best way to greet Oprah. Okay, I love her. I know y'all do too. Okay, here's the house. So I was like, oh, good. So much more information now, right? So, okay, let's talk about it. I don't know whoever sent me this, if you want to be anonymous. So I'm just going to treat it like anonymous unless you pipe up. Okay. So, wow, yay, chairs. Y'all, chairs are very inviting. Okay. So great. Awesome. Okay. You see that there's some wind chimes. Okay. I like that it's clean and I can see the numbers in the wind chimes. Okay. So let's talk about these because they're good, but we got to tweak. All right. They could be better. So, but before I do that, because I don't want to forget, these signs that say you have an alarm, I don't like it right by the front door. I know some people are like, well, I want people to know, they ain't coming in my house. And I'm like, well, you don't want it that Miss Chi might feel like she's like, if you really feel like you want a sign, put it somewhere where it's not right in the path. Okay. If you feel like you need it. Everybody get that? Okay. You don't want to be too guarded with feng shui, with qi. All right. Do you think those alarm signs are like wearing an evil eye and the expectation it wears off evil? A little bit. But that's a whole thing we're not going to go into right now, but I love that you brought it up. So sometimes when you are trying to protect yourself, sometimes you are like attracting it. That's a whole thing. I've already done a Zoom on it. Maybe I'll put it in the next email. But okay, the numbers have the down. So I would make the numbers go across somehow, somewhere. Even though they're so nice and clear, they're so nice and clear, and they're tidy. But we've already talked about how we don't want chi to go down. So let's do something different with the numbers, okay? And then the wind chimes, so wind chimes represent movement, right? And chi is breath, wind, right? But the way these ones are placed are a little bit the ones above by the door. I would want them to be, I don't know if I want them right in front of that door like that. Maybe on a corner, maybe strategically somewhere. So I don't want anybody bumping their heads on the wind chimes. Okay. And it's almost like I don't want Miss Chi to get so like, oh, enamored by the wind chimes, she doesn't go in the door. Okay, and then lots of other good stuff. This looks like some whimsy here. I can't really tell what it is, but it looks like a little personality, which is always a little fun. I'm not sure what those are though. And then, I mean, this is just how detailed we got to get on a picture. Is that bug spray? I don't know what that is, but you cover that up with your hand, that whole picture feels different, right? And I feel like that plant is just a little small. Like those kind of plants and that big of a thing, I feel like need to be on a table somewhere rather than just on the ground. So I would just put that somewhere else. Okay. I'd rather have that clear than have that there because that plant's not doing enough. So that's my assessment of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and show the other nice ladies who sent hers in, and she just sent me one. I asked her for another, but there's something. Okay. So here we have an interesting situation where we're going up some stairs and then there's a glass door and I can't quite see. If you're on the call, whoever sent this, I want to know more about this front door, but I will say I will give lots of credit to those numbers, right? The numbers are great. Now in feng shui, we got to be real careful about stairs in general, but especially stairs where they have these slats. And then I would get a new doormat like pronto. Wouldn't y'all? Okay. I'm not sure where the lighting is. And there's really not room for plants, I feel like. I mean, maybe you could do something creative on those bars, which would be great because it would help Miss Chi come up those stairs easier. Because right now she's losing a little momentum, right? Coming up those slatted planks. I see lights on some of the bars, so maybe add some more. Ooh, there's lights on the bars. Thanks for telling me. I did not see those. Now, I want to go back to this one because there is something. These glass doors. So I like light. Natural light in a space is wonderful. However, sometimes these glass doors can represent boundary issues because people can see in at night. So if you have glass front door, you might want to install some kind of Roman shade that you can do up and down because I want you to make sure you have some privacy. And that might help you feel safer and not need a protection sign. Okay, so it's already 1 o'clock and I didn't even get to Q&A. I do not understand. I got to start bending time better during these. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to ask or share? Oh, I'm going to do the Feng Shui and Money course in May. Hopefully y'all will sign up. I don't have the link ready yet, but be looking for it, okay? Okay. What do y'all got? Any questions before I thought that was fun. Did y'all? Okay, good. Did y'all learn something? I think the takeaway is we've all got different personalities and we're going to express in different ways, but Miss G can find us no matter what our personality is. It can be a nice, clean wooden door, or it can be that bright orange. So, all right. I think that's all. I was hoping for more chatty time today, but I think we did pretty good. Thank you. I'm excited to see what y'all do. If you make some changes in your space, you can send me pictures and maybe I'll share them in an email or something because it's fun. You can do before and afters. Good job, everybody. Keep inviting Chi in. We'll keep talking about money more specifically in the next ones, right? We're going to do kitchen next. Kitchens are awesome. All right.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great weekend. Bye. I'm so glad y'all came. Bye.